Did you put yourself in the most promising male category? Put yourself in the male category, and why?
God. Yeah.
Yeah, because why?
Well, nothing against that category, but I just feel if I'm going to win, I'd like to, you know, go up against other artists that I feel I was in competition with. I think it wouldn't have been fair for the, you know, I shouldn't say that. I just feel that I've accomplished quite a bit in the past year, and if I'm going to win a Juno, I really like to win it when it's a tough competition.
You don't consider yourself most promising?
No, I don't. I think that maybe a year ago I would have been most promising, and I would have been pleased. I'll be honored to get a Juno regardless of what it was, but I felt that I wasn't guaranteed of winning most promising or anything like that. I felt I had a good shot at it, but I'd rather be up against something where it's more competitive.
The composer award is most important to you?
Yeah, that's, I mean, I take pride in my songwriting. I think that it's something that I've always worked very hard at, and something that I feel is you know, is what I am as an individual and what I want to communicate. So I take great pride in it, and if I would, you know, be fortunate enough to win it.
It's great. He's a good friend of mine, and I'm going to be working with him again, and I love this guy a lot, and that's sincerely, I mean that. I'd say, the first thing I would say, he called me idol maker, but I always called him superstar, and I think that's the status.
You know, it was a mark of your work that you had 4 of the 5 nominations, any one of which you could have won. Was there anything special about Sunglasses that you like doing?
I think you have to pay attention to one thing in video music, and it's great to make a nice video, but the song always makes it has to be a great song.
This is the truth?
Well, come on, it has to be the truth.
I think you got to have a song to begin with, but I mean, it's just a testimony to the guy's, you know, magic that he was up there for all those awards, and I'm real proud to be associated with him.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
All right. Backstage at the Junos with Good Rockin' tonight. We'll return right after these messages. Stay with us.
This is my home, so it's real important that I did well here, and fortunately I'm doing real good in the States now. I guess you should say well, doing well in the States, but shows like yours, you know, help promote my video and give a chance to my fans to see what I'm doing, so I appreciate it. Hi, this is Corey Hart wishing everyone coast to coast in Canada a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You know, it's just, I'm living a dream right now going through all this, and obviously playing tonight, New Year's Eve, is going to be a big thrill for me, because I haven't played Toronto. I've played just about every other city in North America, and I haven't really played Toronto. And, you know, I've got a lot of fan mail from Toronto, and so I'm looking forward to the show tonight.
Seeing what you've done in 1984 and seeing how quickly you did it, is that said to you that a Canadian artist can make it and make it quickly?
Everyone always cites, you know, like Rocky Balboa, like I came out of obscurity, because no one in Canada, or for that matter, no one anywhere knew who I was, and suddenly there is an awareness of, you know, there's a guy called Corey Hart around. So, I mean, I think what it means to me is that you can make your dreams happen if you just sort of believe in them and you stick by your guns and don't lose sight of what you want. And, you know, I'm living proof of that. Hi, this is Corey Hart, and have you heard the news?
Sultry James Dean looks that attract teenage record buyers like wasps to honey. 2 years ago, he was an unknown. Then his hit song, Sunglasses at Night, raised him to the ranks of superstardom.
Now he's a contender for the American music industry's top award, the Grammy. Nan Devitt prepared this report on Canada's newest rock sensation, Corey Hart.
Corey Hart is a young man with a lot on his mind. On the strength of one record album, he's become an instant star with fans halfway around the world.
All right, well, here he is, a guy that I absolutely love as far as the singing is concerned. Here it is, Sunglasses at Night. And that's Corey Hart. Oh, there's Corey Hart with Sunglasses at Night. Go, Corey.
Sunglasses at Night is a hit in Australia, as well as in the Far East and in Europe.
With our number 9 song, here's Corey Hart.
In North America, too, Hart has become a television celebrity. He was in the all-star cast of presenters at the American Music Awards.
Cyndi Lauper.
And his first video won a Canadian Juno this year.
Champagne Pictures, Rob Quartly, Corey
ago, Corey Hart was a determined kid from affluent Westmount plugging his demo tapes. In 1984, he sold more than 500,000 records. Along the way, his good looks won him a devoted following of young female fans. But teen idols have been known to be one-hit wonders. Corey Hart has come to a turning point in his career. He has to follow up his early success with an album that will appeal to a broader audience.
Behind me is Le Studio, hidden away in the Laurentian Mountains north of Montreal. Some of the most successful rock performers in the world have come here to cut albums that turned gold, even platinum, selling millions of copies. Bands like the Bee Gees, Chicago, and the Police. Now, Corey Hart has come here to cut his second album, and he's looking for that elusive ingredient that could turn him into a superstar.
In the recording studio, the pressure is on. After a month, work is at least 2 weeks behind schedule, and time here really is money, $2,500 a day. Hart's first album cost just $41,000 to make. This album will probably cost 4 times as much.
Second one's telling me. What I'm doing on my next album is probably the most significant thing I've done, because I've reached a point with the first record of recognition that I'm very happy with, and I've done some touring, but now is, I suppose, the true test if I can come back and record and write a really strong second record.
Hart works with 2 British producers, Phil Chapman and John Astley. A pair of veterans, they also produce The Who. Their priority is to give this second album a hard rock and roll edge, so that Hart's music will appeal to a larger, older audience. But the final decisions on this album are not theirs. The songwriter has demanded a larger role in the production of this record.
That was good.
Corey's so like a Pandora's box of ideas, and he's such a strong personality anyway, that obviously he's sort of the driving force. He's extremely sensitive, and that takes a lot of understanding and patience kind of thing, which I think we've got. And he has the bulk of the ideas. You know.
With the 3 of you, does it get complicated trying to make decisions? Is it tense?
Oh, yes. There are tense moments, definitely.
There have been plenty of tense moments, yeah.
Andre, using real gold.
The tension is diffused as the day goes along. Dinner gives everyone a chance to blow off steam. The band and the producers and the roadies are all living together in a guest house up in the mountains. Hart is still young, 22 years old, but he's the breadwinner at this table. He's surrounded by people who are counting on him to make them rich.
In the record business, he's not a Prince, he's not a Cyndi Lauper as far as what record sales will mean in income, but I think he'll get there. And I think a year or 2 from now, he'd probably be able to retire if he wanted to.
If Keith Brown of Aquarius Records is optimistic, it's because he's laid the groundwork, making sure that Hart has critical radio airplay.
Here is the Hart of Montreal, Corey Hart on 980 CKGM.
Steve Anthony was one of the first to put the hometown boy on Montreal radio. Now the phone in the control room lights up with fan requests.
The contact we get is almost 100%. This man is exciting, this man is entertaining, I love his music, and he's oh so dreamy.
The record company isn't blind to the oh-so-dreamy side of this story. They log the fan mail in a computer. Same fan club members' birthday cards. At this point, Corey Hart is receiving about 1,000 letters a week, asking all kinds of questions.
Don't ask me how come I never smile.
How come?
How come I never smile? I do smile. I just... I don't know, you should ask my mom.
To say the least, this young man is careful about the image he projects. The image, a somewhat tortured hero a la James Dean, is just right in the age of rock videos. And videos sell records.
In his first video, he became more conscious of his general body movements. I think that even from just doing photographs, he's learned that certain expressions that come across very consistently to the camera Whereas at other, maybe less guarded type of moments, he doesn't like the way he looks quite as much.
By making sure his sunglasses are on his nose and his hair is properly gelled, Hart has patented his image. When he makes a public appearance, as he did recently in Toronto, young girls cause a commotion. This singer is a certified teen heartthrob.
A big audience is a lot easier with videos. It doesn't have to tour as much.
And if you break it down after things started to roll, I think my videos were very important to me, breaking me, especially in the United States.
And this is the payoff from the video revolution. Not only do fans recognize Corey Hart, they're just crazy about him. The clothes and the hair and the sunglasses all add up to an image that it seems a lot of girls just can't resist. But how does he react to girls screaming over him like that?
How do I feel about that? I'm flattered. How would you feel about it, having a lot of teenagers like you?
If I may be bound by...
This is CKGM Radio in Corey's hometown of Montreal.
On 980 CKGM.
Corey Hart fans keep the phone lines jammed with their requests.
The contact we get is almost 100%. This man is exciting, this man is entertaining, I love his music, and he's oh so dreamy.
This is the look of success. His record company has a computer to keep track of his fan mail, and you'd need one too if you got 1,000 letters a week. If you write, make sure you mention your birthday, because the computer will make sure you get a card.
Successes can be real short-lived, right? I intend to stay around for a while.
Corey in the studio, working hard on his second album. He doesn't want the success to fade away. But something's changed since the first album. This time out, Corey is a lot more sure of himself. He wants more say in the recording sessions. He's working with two of the top producers in the business, Phil Chapman and John Astley.
That was good. Corey's so like a Pandora's box of ideas, and he's such a strong personality anyway, that obviously he's sort of the driving force. He's extremely sensitive, and that takes a lot of understanding and patience kind of thing, which I think we've got. And he has the bulk of the ideas.
Andre, using real go.
The recording studio is in the mountains north of Montreal. Everybody stays there till the record's finished. Here, Corey doesn't have to worry about that cool image from the videos.
Is there any salt and pepper? Yeah. Yes. Give me all anything. What are you laughing at?
Plenty of salt and pepper, please.
When everyone's relaxing, the only way to pick out the star is to look at the face on the T-shirt.
Notice.
Well, it's not, again, it's not something that I sat down and charted out and said, you know, these 5 elements will make a persona that people will be excited by or people will relate to. I just sort of just found myself in things that I did. They'll ask me how come I never smile.
How come?
How come I never smile? I do smile. I don't know, you should ask my mom.
Well, look at that. You can get a smile out of Corey Hart, even if it doesn't last very long. And he certainly has the right to smile. He sold 500,000 records last year.